Hello everyone, Silent K here. Rise of Bahamut has been out for a couple days. I wanted to get a video up a little bit earlier, but what can you do? Today I decided to do something a little different. Since the expansion is new, one of the things people most commonly ask me is about deck lists. And especially with a new expansion out, a lot of old deck lists have been upgraded and a lot of new decks are out. So instead of just featuring one deck, I decided I'd walk you through all of my decks, the ones that have been updated and the ones that have been newly created. I'm not going to do a full deck breakdown because that would take a little while, but you'll at least have a deck list and an explanation of how well it's performing so far. And I'll link to all the new decks in the description. So 2 Battle hasn't been updated since Standard. Oh no, this does have Darkness Evolved cards in it. I haven't really used this one during Darkness Evolved though, so use it at your own risk. It's a mid-range deck, finishes off with the Sage Commander, Sea Queen, Otohime and whatnot. Like I said, I haven't used that in forever, since like the beginning of Darkness Evolved. I played it a couple times and that's about it. Concede Haven I haven't used yet. It was performing pretty well during Darkness Evolved, but again I haven't played it yet, so it should perform about the same though. It does have a lot of removals, so going up against Daria shouldn't be a problem. Fortification has been updated and is performing pretty well. It's been updated with Breath of the Salamander, Aoife, and I think that's it. This is like a slightly slower Face Dragon deck, and Face Dragon usually fares pretty well against aggro and control, but is unfavored against mid-range. But even though Daria is a mid-range deck, it doesn't run any wards, which is the main reason why mid-range decks are a problem for this deck. So as long as Daria doesn't get crazy draw, this deck actually does perform pretty well against Daria, as long as you play it fairly aggressively. The one problem I've had with it so far though is that it's hard to take down Daria herself unless you have Breath of the Salamander activated, or you have a Siegfried combo ready to go, which those things are only available at 6 mana and above. So if they play an early Daria, then there's nothing to really efficiently deal with it. You have to evolve Dragon Warrior and then crash your Dragon Warrior into Daria, which is not good. So you might want to tech against that, but other than that, it performs pretty well even against Daria. Storm in a Teacup has been updated and played with a little bit. It performs pretty well. 2 copies of Albert have been added, replacing Wind God. Albert's pretty good in control decks, but he's really good in aggro decks too, so not too bad. Alana Haven has not been updated, but is performing extremely well. The ladder right now is mostly aggro, Daria, and various dragon builds, and this deck crushes all of those. So if you want an extremely high win rate, at the cost of being boring for not playing with any of the new cards, Alana Haven is your bet. Puppy Power has not been updated, and I haven't even featured this deck, but it's basic aggro deck. Extremely high burst potential, so it should fare pretty well even without being updated. The main combo is to play Cerberus on 5, put Coco and Mimi in your hand, and then play Phantom Howl. Phantom Howl gives you 5 ghosts, plus Coco and Mimi, plus an evolve for 11 burst damage from an empty board, which is pretty ridiculous. Very hard to play around that. I'm not sure if there's anything in the new set that's even worth running in this deck, but it should perform pretty well as is. Cynthia's Army I never featured because it was never complete. I did, however, buy the pre-built deck. So it is now a complete deck. It's just the standard Tempo Forest deck from Darkness Evolved, but it just so happened I was short 1 copy of Lisa, 1 copy of Ancient Elf, 1 copy of Tia, and 1 copy of Cynthia, so buying the pre-built deck was extremely good value for me. Your mileage may vary. Nobody's really playing Forest, and I haven't tried to play Forest, so I'm not sure how well it fares right now, but in general it's a good deck. Always Mordecai is my Nephthys deck. Nephthys is still under maintenance, so I haven't been able to test it yet. You'll see that after I get to test it out. Temporal Witch is the Daria deck. This is basically what everyone's running, and as you can expect, the goal is to get Daria and your various spell boost followers out for cheap, flood the board, and beat down your opponent. It's extremely inconsistent though. I don't really enjoy playing it. You win some games when you draw well, but when you don't draw well, you just literally can't do much of anything. You're kind of like floundering around like a fish out of water, and it feels really bad, so I'm not too crazy about playing the deck. If I could make a more consistent version, I might feature it, but everyone's probably sick of seeing Daria by now anyway. Everyone's playing it on ladder. So even though I hyped it up a bit myself, I'm not going to be featuring it today. Guardian Seraph is a bit of a meme deck I tried to put together. It doesn't really work that well. The design of the deck is that it doesn't run any amulets except for 2 copies of Guardian Sun and 1 copy of Instatu's Seraph, and it runs 3 copies of Ariel. So you get out the Guardian Sun, and it's basically like a Guardian Sun deck. You have a lot of Guardian Sun targets: Fina, Priest, Ancient Lion Spirit, Moon, Luxhorn Cerisa, and the big old 1313 from Call of Cockatrice. It does come at the expense of not running Sacred Plea, however. So as you can imagine, it doesn't really work all that well. I mean, I did win a few games with it, but it's just for fun. And it's not optimized. I only ran a few games with it, so don't copy this deck. I'm Batman, basic aggro deck. Extremely aggressive with Urias. Deal 1 damage whenever an opponent plays a follower. So you got your Bat synergy, you got Urias to deal pings, and I also decided to add Angel of the Word for more pings. The normal hyper-aggressive blood decks run blood-fed flower bed, but I think Angel of the Word is a little bit better in that regard. And you get more pings from Mini Soul Devil, and Dark General is in here for some more burst. People don't usually play around Vengeance against the aggro decks because they don't run any Vengeance-enabled cards, so it's likely to be activated at some point. This works pretty well as you expect any aggro deck to work. If you're winning, you win fast. If you're losing, you lose fast. And on to the main highlight of today, Neutralcraft. I kind of joked about Neutralcraft a few times, but it is actually surprisingly viable. So it may seem kind of weird to have 2 copies of Valkyrie Spear and 3 copies of Uriel, but I was having trouble drawing it even with 1 copy and 3 copies of Uriel, so I figured 5 copies is enough. And looking at the curve, you might think that this is very aggressively curved, but this deck does have a lot of card generation and card draw. So your mid-late game is actually going to be multiple small minions. It's basically a zoo deck. So this deck does have a lot of sustaining power, even though it does look like a very aggressive curve. You have Infinite Carrots from Kai'Sa, you have Goblin Mage to draw 2 costs, you have Fina to generate more Goblin Mages and to draw more 2-drops, and you have Call of Cockatrice to generate 1313s. The first version of this deck was pure neutral. It was going heavy on the theme, absolutely no class cards in it. It ran Surefire Bullet and Call of Cockatrice for removal, and it ran Lucius Goblin Slayer for an AoE effect. Lucius wasn't really working out most of the time, so I cut him for Humpty Dumpty, and that worked a little better, but it still wasn't good enough. So I decided to scrap the pure neutral rule and I threw in a couple class spells. So we have Foul Tempest for AoE, we have Death Brand for removal, and we have Necro Assassin for a little bit of casual tempo removal. And like I said, it works surprisingly well in this meta. This can go toe-to-toe to Daria even when it draws well, and I've won a fair few games with it, so this is the deck we're going to be playing today. So let's take it to the ladder. First up, Bloodcraft.
Mother, father, come on!
Prepare for defeat.
So some people are trying out the Control Blood, but most people are playing aggro. We'll hold on to the Goblin and the Foul Tempest. That's not bad. Goblin Breaker Tina is pretty good.
Got me feeling hungry.
Hamsa as a 0-2? I don't think so. Against an aggro deck, you would even play him as a 1-2, just for board control. But 0-2, not so useful. It's carrot time.
Bow to the gourmet eminent.
The other reason I wanted to feature this deck is because no one else is trying out Neutralcraft. I haven't seen a single person play a Neutralcraft deck yet.
Oh, they're sparkly.
Alright, it's Humps a Carrot time.
I'm no mere duck. Shapely.
You look delicious. I like. Give me that.
I'm powerless for now.
Hungering Horde.
But I'm sacred.
In aggro?
Soon learn.
Powerless no more.
Alright, we'll just play Healing Angel.
Let me ease your
I wish we could get carrot value, but
love remedied by the light.
What a cruel end.
Oh, they're sparkly.
I'm powerless for now.
Witness the power.
Powerless no more.
War is such sorrow.
still no carrot value. Alright, we'll just go Goblin Breaker Tina then.
Focus on your inferno, Tina. Ah! Want to play? If my brother can. Burn!
What a cruel
You're
end.
mean. Lucius, I'm sorry.
Oh, come on. I need some good card generation. Like Goblin Mage or more carrot value.
Focus on your inferno, Tina. Let me ease your pain.
He's not playing very aggressively, and he was running Hungering Horde instead of Razor Claw, so I'm still wondering if he's actually playing an aggro deck.
You're mean.
He's running Horde and Razor Claw.
Let us conclude.
A bloody climax.
Lucius, I'm sorry.
Still no carrot value. Oh well.
Beautiful, powerful, and shoots.
Alright, now we find out if he runs Revelation as well. And then we can finally get carrot value.
Running away is okay. Ow!
This is a follower heavy deck and I'm not drawing any followers. This is sad. At least we have infinite carrots.
Shapely and succulent.
You will be tested. You're mean. You're mean. You passed.
Eat your veggies.
Let me ease your pain. War is such sorrow.
Another helping.
Don't worry, the carrot comes back. Oh, yay. We finally drew a follower.
Gobby's feeling hungry. Shapely and succulent.
We never drew Valkyrie Spear either. Not a very good first impression of this deck, but trust me, it usually does pretty well. Oh, another goblin.
Gobby's feeling hungry. I like. Give me that.
Seem to have lost.
Alright, that was a horrible first showing. It gets better, trust me.
I did it! I won!
As usual, the first episode will probably have the less interesting matches, and the second episode will have all the awesome matches, and then no one watches the second episode, just like the Take 2 video. Seriously, if you didn't watch part 2 of the last Take 2, go watch it. It had some pretty good matches.
Mother, father, come on!
You must die!
Alright, Swordcraft. I don't know what Swordcraft is being played right now. Nobody's really playing Sword. Maybe Control. We're going second, so maybe that's good enough. If we don't draw a 1 and a 2, then we can catch up with the heal and the board control.
Charmed. Nice
Well,
to
we
see
got our
you.
spear, so that's good.
Welcome home, sir.
Oh, you're a little late, Goblin. You'll have to wait your turn. Banner Shadow.
Suppose I'll take that.
Let me ease your pain. This will be done in a jiffy. War is such sorrow. Ow! Ow!
That's okay. Tina, you're up.
Focus on your inferno, Tina. If my brother can burn.
Time to pay the piper.
Apologies, sir. Lucius, I'm sorry. You're mean.
So we can play a Goblin Mage and 2-drop, or... yeah. We'll play Goblin Mage and 2-drop. That way we can save the Necro Assassin plus the Bellringer for our next turn. Unless she plays Otohime. That's gonna suck. We don't have any AoE yet.
Ooh, sparkly stuff. Gimme!
Not bad.
You've gotta see me dance. This will be done in a jiffy.
The battlefield awaits!
Hey, that hurts.
Wow. Hardcore board control. Where's my carrots when I need them?
Let me ease your pain. Ding dong.
What an ugly bunch.
Weapon at the ready, youngling.
Aww.
You are done for.
This fight's a snore.
War is such sorrow.
Goblin, Necro Assassin, Bellringer? Sure, why not?
Feeling hungry?
You're breathing too loud.
Others will follow.
Want to play? Let's make the world quieter. Hush!
Hush.
What
Ding dong!
blade of resentment.
So quiet.
Come on, give me something good. Ariel.
Light for the world of man.
Might as well play it. We haven't drawn much. Then we can get a super humps out.
I'm no mere duck. Take this!
Then comes Albert.
Sky Knights,
Of
prepare
course.
for battle.
Well,
It
that's
won't be long
all my
now.
death friends.
A little blood won't stop me.
What?
You're mean!
I guess he has another Albert in hand, so we're dead.
So this is the end.
This is nothing.
Got me feeling hungry.
I'll show you.
My flame, you shall be judged.
Sky Knights, prepare for battle.
Yep.
You're too strong.
Alright, not so great against hardcore control, but not many people are actually playing control right now, so I'm not going to let that deter me.
Mother, father, come on. Time to get started.
Alright, we're going second, so that's a pretty good curve. We're lacking a 1 and a 2 though. But this is really good 3, 4, 5. We just need a 1 or a 2. Come on. Damn. Razor claw to the face. Perfect. We got a 2. It's not a great 2, but
Ding dong!
we're not going to be able to play it for a while, so we might as well play it now. Another razor claw to the face. Sure, why not?
Ooh, sparkly stuff.
Unica?
Gimme.
No, not Unica.
Ow. Run away.
Another razor claw to the face.
You're mean.
I could use a heal. Where's my heals?
Light for the world of man.
Get Bellringer swinging.
Bells of Ju- Take this.
No plays. Okay. I think we'll play another Bellringer. Since we don't have any heals.
Ding dong.
We'll also aggressively evolve.
Play.
Because I want her to die
My
now.
flame, you shall be judged.
Ooh.
There's no way you run Revelation. No way. God damn it.
Aw.
One drop? No, of course not. We can play a 1-2 Hamsa. Tina and Hamsa make 5 damage, so she has to respond to it.
Focus on your inferno, Tina. I'm no mere duck.
1-2 Hamsa, you're in.
No code binds me anymore.
Lucius, I'm
For
sorry.
battle.
What the hell deck are you running? Super aggro early game, and then they break out a control card. What the actual hell are you doing, lady? Alright, we have a lot of options here. We can't kill her this turn. We can flood the board with Fina here. And we can play Unica on top of that. I like it.
Beautiful, powerful, and cute to boot. I'll show you. I'll blow you a fire.
So death comes for
Sparkly
me.
stuff. Gimme. You've gotta see me dance. Quack, quack.
Quack quack!
Ooh.
I'm powerless. For now.
Joy and grief bind me.
Where's my Foul Tempest?
Go!
I vow to this undying love.
Running away is okay. La 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 la.
Two. Alright, so yeah, I just have to kill these bats.
Ding dong.
Tomsolito.
Quack quack. I lost. You're tough.
Quack quack. Okay, that was a little on the easy side considering she did nothing but Rizuri Claw my face for the first half of the game and then played like 2 control minions at the end of the game. But still, not too bad.